Happening this morning, a 16-year-old is now facing vehicular homicide charges for the death of a man outside of a Subway restaurant. Police say Tyler Hidon was drunk and grabbing food with friends near Manal and Princeton Monday night before heading to the state fair. Cops say he was confronted by the victim, Rihanna Smith, after hitting his car in the parking lot. Police say at one point Smith jumped on the suspect's truck to keep him from taking off, but he fell off. He later died. Police later did find Hidon at the scene of another crash near I-25 and led.
Well, some parents of kids at an elementary school here in Albuquerque are not happy this morning because they say a strange man was at the school last week, stole some computers, and the district never told parents about this. This happened at Whittier Elementary School here near San Mateo and Catherine, where police say a man used a pipe wrench to break into a portable and steal 2 laptops. So at the time, Alex Lopez and some other kids were at recess and saw that strange person walking around the school, so they told teachers. And even though the district's policy is to send a note home with kids whenever there's a strange person at the school, the district did not do that this time.
Just shocked and appalled. Not even any newsletter saying I had to find out from my child.
So we asked the district why it did not send out the note, but it would not talk about the case. Police still don't know who stole those laptops.
Albuquerque public school teachers are waking up today with new contracts again. The board passed it last night, but because one board member wasn't actually there and texted her vote, several questions have been raised as to whether her vote was valid. So with everyone there last night, they approved it again. The contracts do not include raises, but does require a review and evaluation before a teacher can be fired. Today, Albuquerque parents get another chance to voice their input on how to prevent their child from being bullied or becoming a bully. APS is hosting a second round of 2 public forums from 6 to 8 p.m. today. It will be at LBJ Middle School. The school district is trying to come up with a plan to prevent bullying district-wide during the school year. One forum like this was held earlier in the week. Everyone is invited to these forums. New this morning, the State Court of Appeals ruled late yesterday that people convicted of driving under the influence of prescription or illegal drugs must have an ignition interlock device installed in their vehicles. The ruling stems from a 2009 case. The only problem is that these devices right now are meant to detect the presence of alcohol, not drugs. Drivers must blow into the devices, which prevent a vehicle from starting if the driver has a blood alcohol level higher than the certain level.
A few popular and powerful Republicans will be in New Mexico next week raising money for Heather Wilson. Senators John McCain, Lindsey Graham, and Kelly Ayotte are set to be at a private fundraiser Tuesday in Albuquerque. Wilson is running for the U.S. Senate against Democrat Martin Heinrich. The latest Albuquerque Journal poll has Heinrich up 49 to 42%.
And as we get closer to Election Day, we're also seeing the commercials on TV reminding people to register to vote.
And this morning, we have everything you need to know about registering. News 13's David Romero is live at City Hall in downtown Albuquerque with all the details. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Matt. Well, there is a small rundown that the clerk's office says voters should check on while registering. They want to emphasize, though, that it's very easy and it's something that's critical to making your vote count.
Before you head to the election booth, you'll need to fill out one of these first.
We're trying to really encourage people to get registered if they're not registered, or to renew or update their registration if they've moved or if something's changed since the last time they registered to vote.
While it may be a simple procedure to take care of, county officials say you need to be mindful of where you register and whom you register with, especially if it's a third party other than the clerk's office.
I would definitely look for organizations that have a state voter registration form. Those folks understand the law. They're under a statutory requirement to turn those forms into us within 24 hours. They are not allowed, in fact, they are forbidden by law to use any of the personal or private information on that form for any purpose.
Those state voter registration forms are the ones that have a barcode and receipt, as opposed to federal forms which may be photocopied. To qualify for registration, you must be a resident of the state, a U.S. citizen, not legally declared to be mentally incapacitated, and if you are a felon, you must have completed the terms and conditions of sentencing, plus double-checking with the clerk's office may be helpful as well. And, of course, be 18 years old or more at the time of the election.
This is our busiest time in 4 years. We've hired additional temporary staff to help us process the forms.
There is still some time to get registered by mail or in person at the clerk's office. They've also established convenient locations to get it done.
Call us today at 243-VOTE or visit us at our booth at the State Fair or at our office downtown at 1 Civic Plaza. Get registered or update your registration today. Don't wait until the last minute.
And when you fill out the form through a third party, you want to make sure you fill it out completely and accurately. Otherwise, it could be rejected, and it could take that much longer for you to get registered to vote. And of course, time is running out. The last day to register to vote in Bernalillo County is coming up, and it's October 9th. Matt, back to you.
Important information. Thank you, David. You can find more out about registering to vote on our website at krqe.com. We'll have that up for you later this morning. Elizabeth.
State officials say they will work to address the concerns that Santa Fe business owners have over a building that has become a major eyesore. People have been complaining about the John Halpin building, a state-owned building that's dilapidated with tons of graffiti and weeds. It's sitting on the corner of Guadalupe and Montezuma in Santa Fe's rail yard district. Now, the couple who owns a jewelry store facing the building says it's a situation that has gotten worse over the last 8 years, and they're fed up. We went straight to Cabinet Secretary Veronica Gonzalez, who told us the problem comes down to money.
We have a challenge in juggling what are the most important and how do we address those.
It's filled with trash, it's filled with weeds. We do have a bit of a transient population in the neighborhood, and it's really an eyesore.
Landscaping is not a top priority for the state, but Secretary Gonzalez says she is looking at alternative ways to fix up the property, like getting an inmate crew out there to help clean it up.